Morning. Well, it's like early-ish. It's the first half of the day still over here on the West Coast, and it's so gray and beautiful, so it feels like morning, but I know it's actually not. Okay, so I want to demystify something for some of you because, well, probably for very, very many, unless you've been through my class or someone else's, I want to demystify this for you. Very rarely, I could probably count on one time or one hand. I forgot to do this. I could probably count on one hand the amount of people who actually did have a pretty good understanding of this concept, but usually people don't. Actually, I just remembered. I forgot my ears. Let's see. Can you hear me? No, 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 no. It's connecting to the wrong thing. No, thank you. That's not helpful. Hold on a second. I need it to connect over here. Why didn't I do that first? Wouldn't that have been so much easier? Hold on. What happens if I push that button? Nothing. Hold on a second. Let's see now. What a goofball I am in this moment. Hold on. You know what? I apologize. I think I've got it messed up over here, but we'll just see. We'll just keep going. Anyway, okay. Demystifying something. Okay, and it's the concept of I just listened to a podcast today. I'm always listening to something, reading something, doing something, and I heard something that just bothers me because I hear it so frequently, and it bothers me because I know it hurts people. So hi there, thank you for being here. So that thing is the concept, the thing I heard in the podcast, and it wasn't from the people who host the podcast, it was from the guest who was speaking. And the guest works with people all the time, but they said one of the things they teach people is to not take things personally without expanding on it. And so it was just a lot of don't take things personally without expanding on it just a little bit. And I believe that really hurts people because, well, we're humans and things touch us and they hurt. And so for someone to say don't take it personally, it leaves me feeling, as a human, it leaves me feeling confused. Well, I don't, like, should I just pretend it didn't happen? What does that actually mean? So I want to just teach you how to identify something so you could think about it a little bit differently. I need to teach you in a full class how to do the action, but I could at least teach you how to identify something. Okay, so let's just say you're walking through life. And it's a garden. I know it sounds so silly, the garden of life, but this is the best way I can understand this. So or explain it, I mean. So if you're walking through life, and let's just pick one person beside you. Let's say maybe a partner, a spouse, a partner. Let's just stick with that, okay? But this can be applied with anybody. You're still walking through life, so you can replace partner with any person, okay? But I'm going to stick with partner for just like this example. So you're walking through life, and life is a garden. This garden is full of beautiful rose bushes, okay? Hi there, thanks for being here. So as you're walking through life, this life is full of beautiful rose bushes. And what if rose bushes can be gorgeous? They could be so fragrant and really hit the senses on that level too. But guess what? Rose bushes also have thorns, right? They have thorns. So as you're walking through life, you're carrying some special clippings, and so is the partner or spouse beside you. They're carrying some special clippings. And as you're going through life together, you accidentally drop a couple of your clippings. And the person beside you doesn't realize this, and as they're walking, they step on them. And as you're going through life, perhaps you drop another one, and boom, that person steps on them. Now, these clippings belong to you, and some of those thorns are getting stuck in that person. So that person's hurting, right? And you also end up getting a thorn if it's from you. So if the thorn is from you, and you drop it and it pierces someone else's foot, that's also going to pierce you at the same time. Okay. So if you say or do something that hurts someone else, you also get a thorn from that. Okay. So we will teach you how to remove the thorn from what you said or did. Okay. And then as you're going through life, guess what? They also drop clippings every once in a while for whatever reason. And as you're walking through life, you step on some of those. So now you're getting thorns from some of their clippings and some of your clippings. So as you are walking through life and when they drop theirs and you step on them and you get a thorn in your foot or your heart, okay, came from them. Now, it doesn't matter if that thorn was dropped on accident or on purpose or whatever. The point is you have thorns. So now you're gathering up thorns from what you said or did that hurt that person. You're also gathering thorns from what they said or did that hurt you. So you have thorns all over the place. So part of the method, the grief recovery method, and it's very specific and step by step, and there's stuff before it, which is why I don't want to go into, well, what do you do? But I need to at least help you identify that when someone says, don't take it personally, well, I don't really understand what that means because I feel it personally. And it doesn't matter, like I said, if they did it on purpose or on accident, it's a thorn nonetheless inside of you. And it doesn't matter if you said or did something on accident or on purpose. Yes, they're getting a thorn and that's for them to deal with, but you're also getting a thorn because of what you said or did. So you are just picking up thorns left and right. And this is only in one relationship. So imagine the different types of relationships that you have. You can, hi, everybody. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate it. So when someone says, don't take it personally, I get so irritated and upset. I do. I become almost combative when I think about people who are hurting in the world from life and their experiences, who are carrying this heavy emotion. Maybe it's secretly, maybe it's outwardly, but they're carrying this heavy emotion. And when I sense someone is further hurting them, I kind of lose myself a little bit. I get frustrated because everyone's looking for help to feel better. And when something is unclear and unhelpful, it further can hurt us. And that's not okay. That's just not okay for me. So the first thing I need you to do is recognize that when someone says, don't take it personally, that's probably kind of like different wording for one of our myths. Just don't feel bad. We'll grieve alone. Keep it secret, hidden inside. Replace the loss. So think about something positive. Think about what might be going on with them. Keep busy. You know what? If you just stay busy and do all these things and rise above, then you won't feel it. These are all myths and misinformation. Don't feel bad. Grieve alone. Keep busy. Be strong. Takes time. You know what? If you just go long enough, you're not going to feel that. You're going to learn that it's not directed towards you. All of these things. So don't feel bad. Replace the loss. Grieve alone. Keep busy. Takes time, and be strong. You know what? Just don't feel it. It's not about you. It's about them. So even though those words are being said directly, it's don't take it personally is kind of like encompassing all of those myths in a very different way. So when you understand that when you're walking through the garden of life with someone and you accidentally drop some of your rose clippings, and yes, they get thorns in their foot, you know that intuitively, you know that, I said or did something that hurt them. I dropped a thorn and it hurt them, whether you did it on purpose or intentional or on accident. You're also picking up a thorn because your soul is built to care when someone else is hurt. So you pick up a thorn when you say or do something that hurts someone else. And then when they say or do something that hurts you, it's like you're walking through the garden, they drop one of their clippings, you step on it, you get a thorn. So now you've got extra thorns because now what they said or did is also depositing thorns into your heart and soul, and it hurts. It hurts. So for someone to just say, don't take it personally, it drives me mad because all you know is personally how you're hurting. You don't know how someone else is feeling. You don't know what someone else is thinking. Though I know a lot of people say, well, I know you were meaning this. You actually don't know that. That's not true. You could acknowledge how it left you feeling. I'm feeling this, not you made me feel. You can say it left me feeling this. Anyway, you are gathering up thorns from what you said or did and from what they said or did. And it's not about intent. It's not about intent. So what the grief recovery method does is it expands on this a lot. And so it teaches you step by step how to identify the thorns that are caused by you that you're carrying, the thorns that are caused by them that you're carrying. I mean, think about it. If you're full of thorns, who's having trouble sleeping at night because all these thorns? You. Whose heart and mind is screaming loud, which takes attention, it takes focus, it takes your clarity. Who's feeling all that? You, because you're the one carrying all these thorns, and you're the only one you can actually pinpoint them and find them and eliminate them, okay? And so that's what we're going to teach you how to do. But it's important for you to be able to see through so much of the misinformation that's out there. And one of those is, don't take it personally. Well, I call BS on that. It is personal. Even if it wasn't intentionally sent to try to hurt you, it still does hurt you, doesn't it? And you need to recognize that you're allowed to feel that. You're allowed to acknowledge that. You're allowed to have your own set of feeling, despite what the rest of the world says is okay or is acceptable or what they agree with or not. You're allowed to feel all of those things. And it's perfectly okay. Now, when I say it's okay, because that's another thing I see out there, it's okay to not feel okay. Yes, actually, that's true. But what we would hope that you would do is acknowledge that you're not feeling okay and then seek proper healing and recovery, because we don't want you living in the "I'm not okay." We want you to feel better. And that's why we do this work. So step by step, how to identify the thorns that you're carrying, one relationship at a time. It's powerful, step by step. And here's the magic part, and it's not actual magic. Step by step, we're also going to teach you how to remove the different thorns that you find. I can't find them for you, but I could teach you how to meticulously comb through your heart and mind, through your experiences, through your relationships, to find where the thorns are hiding so that you can remove them. And I'm going to teach you step by step how to do that. Now tell me that's not powerful. Guess what? When you remove the thorns that are just digging into you, what starts to change? Your focus, your clarity, your energy, your sleep, your productivity. What else? Probably sex gets a little better, relationships get a little better, and it extends beyond that one moment over here to all these others. That's what recovery does. It gives you back you. So I hope that helps you when you hear the rise above it. Don't take it personally. That's not about you. That's about them. Well, what are they going through? All of that stuff. It's not about that. Who cares? We don't know. We can have compassion for other people and what they might be feeling. But when you are hurt, that's important that you give yourself permission to acknowledge that and take effective action to remove the thorns that are building up in your heart, mind, and soul. So are there any questions here before I log off? You can always, put the questions in the comments and in my DMs like you usually do. That's perfectly fine. But I just want you to think through that when you hear it. If you feel confused or like, oh, I just should fake it, well, that's not helpful. So I have a real problem with that. Okay, gotta get to work. So I love y'all, and I will talk with you next time. Bye, everybody.